All right, YouTube people, welcome to Blue Chip Prospect once again. Today we're going to take a look at Mr. Juraj Slafkovsky. Is that how we say his name? I'm not 100% sure, but it is what it is. That's going to be his name for today. So as per usual, we're going to be taking a look at his stats. We're going to be taking a look at his strengths and weaknesses, and then we're going to grade his tools, and we're going to go through some videos about the part of his game that I really like. So yeah, so let's get this started. First thing first, Mr. Slafkovsky, he's a big boy, 6'4", 225 pounds, shoot left, plays the left wing. He can go through you if he wants to with that size, so that's a good thing for a power forward. For his stats, he played 31 games in the Liga for 10 points, 5 goals, 0.32 point per game. Obviously, that's not good. If you're looking to pick him number 1, number 2, number 3, it's really not good. But if you look at his World Championship or the Olympics, he produced like lights out. So in the World Championship, he had 9 points in 8 games for 3 goals, 6 assists. It's phenomenal. It's not good or great, it's phenomenal. If you look at the Olympic, well, there's not much to compare, but 7 goals in 7 games. Obviously the NHL players weren't there, but it's still really good anyway. So in the Liga, his even strength, primary assist, primary points, he had 7 for 70% of his production, 89 shot, 5.6%. Not great, but his shot is still really good. If you only look at the numbers, you would think that it's not that great, but it's actually really good. And the puck battle won is 46% across all of his games. All right, so for his strength and weaknesses, his skating 7 out of 10. It's really good for his size. Hockey sense 6, playmaking 6. It's not his strength, but it's still good. Compete shot 8 out of 10. What I mean by compete is the board play. Does he compete on defense? Is he hitting people? Is puck protection? That's the kind of stuff that I mean by compete. So 8 out of 10. Shot, I mean, his shot is, we could say it's an elite shot, but the thing is that it's missing diversity. Like, he's mostly a wrister guy. He doesn't snap and stride that much. He doesn't have a one-timer, really, but his wrister is lights out. So I mean, 8 out of 10 for that. And puck skills, he can just skate full speed and dangle it through you. So I mean, 7.5, but even then we can put it at 8, but we're gonna stay conservative for now. All right, so let's go see who he compares to on eliteprospect.com. So here we're gonna go see on Liga how his point production compares to other people. I'll put the same filter as always, which is 17 to 18 years old, draft eligible with a minimum of 10 games played. So in Liga, you gotta go very far down the list. Here, number 42 for 0.32 point per game. There's really nobody that you can say would be like the equivalent of a first or second or third overall pick in there. So it's really not good, and you hope that his production in the Liga is just a fluke. All right, that's what you hope for. And then if you go in the Olympics, we can see number 32 in point per game. Like, there's not many NHL player who went to the Olympics in their draft year, so all you get is like Rasmus Dahlin right there, and Eddie Olczyk, which is old player, so I'm not sure we can compare, but even then he's like pretty much the same as Olczyk. But if we go in the World Championship, we can see that by point per game, he's number 3, right under Patrick Laine. And most of the player that went to the World Championship in their draft year are notable player. Like, if we go down the list, we can see Patrick Laine, Paul Kariya, Austin Matthews, Ole Jokinen, Capo Caco, Jack Eichel, Leon Draisaitl, Jaromir Jagr. So those are old players, but even if you keep going down, Jack Hughes, Moritz Seider, Matty Berniers, Alex Ovechkin. So, so it's a good thing. If your player went to the World Championship in his draft year, it seems to be a really good thing. And now the fact that he's number 3 on that list, just under Patrick Laine, I mean, that's really good. It's a phenomenal production for 17, 18 years old. So let's hope that this production is more what's in line for his future than his Liga production, or maybe it's right in between. So we'll see. Now we're gonna go take a look at the videos of the part of the game that I really like about him. So here we're gonna start with his skating. His skating is really good for a guy of his size. Actually, not only for a guy of his size, it's just really good in general. It's just that big player and small player have like different strength. The thing is that with a guy that's 6'4", 225 pounds, it's harder to get to speed, but once you're at speed, you can't be stopped. A small player needs to be more explosive to create a separation, because even if he gets to speed, he can be stopped by a big defender. So it's just different, but in general, his skating, mostly his straight line, is really good. He's not the most deceptive player as a skater, but he can still get there. He's capable of using his crossover to move you from left to right or right to left. And because of his size, his straight line speed, and his crossovers, he's a transition machine. He can take the puck from his D zone and bring it up to the O zone absolutely no problem. Actually, in these clips, you can see him do it multiple times. He loves to do that, and it's something that he excels at, which brings his skating up a notch for me. Because skating and bringing the puck nowhere or skating yourself into trouble is one thing, but skating the puck and being able to actually transition it and put yourself in a good position for scoring chance, that's when you use your skating, and that's what brings skating up for me. I mean, you need to use it for something, not just skate and then oops, you're in trouble. Alright, so here we're going to be taking a look at his shot. What I really like about his shot in general is the quickness. He does have a very heavy shot and a very accurate one, but the speed at which he can release it is the difference maker in this situation. Whenever he shoots, whether it's from a spin or a catch and release or simply a wrist shot, it's lightning quick. It's always very compact and quick. I saw many Habs fans talking about him as the next Kotkaniemi. Slafkovsky couldn't be any further from what KK was at the time or what he is still even today. Kotkaniemi has a very below average release speed, and he also needs a ton of time and space to release it. Slav doesn't. His release is super fast, and maybe even more importantly, it can be super compact if it needs to. Even if Slafkovsky himself likes to talk about himself as more of a play creator than a shooter, he's a better shooter than he is a passer. He has the ability to beat goalies in close with a crazy fast elevation from inches away, or he can let go a very powerful wrister that can beat you from the high slot. But even if he can beat you from far, he'll most likely come in somewhere between the dust to make sure there's nothing you can do about it. So here's my favorite part of his game, his compete. So something that when you add it to his overall game, it just makes him that unicorn of a player. In this section of the video, I include his board play, his willingness to battle in the corners, his puck protection, his puck retrieval, and his non-stop willingness to go straight to the net. Slafkovsky isn't necessarily a big hitter. When I look at it, to me it looks like for him to hit someone, it's only because he needed to go through him to get to where he wanted. Some players will skate around players or dangle their way around players. Not Slav. It's through the defender that he's gonna go if that's what he needed. He makes me think of Matthews in that way. Matthews doesn't look for ways around player. He has a destination set, and that's where he's going, whether there's a defender or not. Slafkovsky does the same, and I'm a big fan. I can only imagine what it's gonna be like when he's in his prime and he has the strength of a buffalo. He's already so good at it at 17, 18 along the board. I haven't seen many players at that age with the capacity to win a battle in the corners and take the puck to the middle of the ice again and again and again. He's phenomenal at it. He wins the board and he'll either skate it or shoot it or he'll pass it to the middle. Always. I also really love his drive to never let a play die. Even if the puck is on the opponent's stick, if he's there, it's not finished. He'll skate to you and overpower you or block the pass and get the puck to the middle. Again, like he's relentless in that way. The last part of this video is going to be on his puck skills. An area where most big bodies aren't really good at. Most power forward aren't good passers or can't dig through layers of defense because they don't have the puck skills for it. Like if we take Josh Anderson as an example, he's a big power forward who skates with the best of them, but He has only one move, which is beat the defender from the outside and take it to the net, because he doesn't have the hands to do anything else. Most don't. That's where Mr. Unicorn comes again to impress everyone. Slav has silky smooth hands, not just decent puck skills for a big guy, no, like real puck skills. A lot of a smallish player would give a lot to have his hands actually. He's not really the type of guy to overdangles or get it through his legs. That's more Cooley's game than Slav. Slav attacks the triangle at all time, the area between both your skates and the tip of your stick. The reason why is because it's really hard for a defender to stop the puck in the triangle while they are skating backward at full speed, trying to control the gap between them and the player, and trying to keep the right angle and position between the attacker and the net. Once again, Slafkovsky knows that, and he exploits that all the time. So to finish this video, I was trying to find a player comparable for Mr. Slafkovsky, and that's no small task. I mean, when you take his combinations, like when you put the skating and his hands and his shot and his board game and the fact that he brings everything to the middle of the ice all the time, and his size and his strength, it's so much. It's such a big combination, and not many players have that kind of combination put together. So it's hard to find a player comparable, but I would say like probably a more physical Rantanen or something like that. But I can't really find something that fits Slafkovsky. He's really his own player. He's like right now I feel like he's a unicorn. If I was the Habs and I had to choose between him and Wright, I'd have a lot of sleepless night, because Wright has the potential to go back on track and be the player we once thought he would be, but Slafkovsky is special. So I think I would go with Slafkovsky if it was me, but I might change my mind tomorrow, so I don't know. So yeah, so thank you for watching, guys. And if there's any player that you would like me to do for my next video, just let me know in the comments. Alright, peace out.